Hello and welcome back to Factorio Fixit. My name's Negative Root and let's get cracking. Today we're playing a factory by Yawner. A little bit over 12 hours on the clock, so let's see what this one holds for us. And we're greeted by a rather... it seems well organised on first glance. Alright, let's have a look at the map. Respectable blighter settings by the looks of it. We're taking up a good amount of area. Really nice spawn. Check that out. That would be really cool to have, wouldn't it? As you can see that Yawner has just blocked off the choke points, the natural choke points, and he's done the really smart thing and done a nice job of it there. We'll have to check out his defenses eventually. Now, this is something... well, this is interesting, okay? That's no good. You can see that there's coal on the line. And we don't need coal, that's they're electric only. So what we'll do is just move this back by 1. All that had happened, okay, is that he's trying to skip the coal line that's coming down this way past his input line for his furnaces. Okay, that's how it should look, but the way he's built it, the belt has automatically detected that there's something there and it's turned it into a T-piece. So the game automatically does that, and you just got to work around it, because otherwise the game would be unplayable without it. So let's throw that in there. Let's do it. Okay. So there we go, coal's going past. That's a nice easy fix it right off the bat. Ah, I love it. Look, I'm already being effective and useful. And something really nice, Yawner's got some efficiency modules, that's what they're called, in there. So that's, you know, killing the power, you know, quite considerably already. So that's quite good. Furnaces do take up a rather large amount of power. So you, by throwing, you know, a 30 or a 60% decrease on them, that can drop your power usage by megawatts. That's right, megawatts. And when you only have a 10 megawatt factory, you know, you're looking at a 10 to 15% improvement in your what's happening there? Okay, a 10 to 15% improvement in your power consumption, and that's very good. Now we have steel and okay. So here is something, right, where I wouldn't really advise doing it, because you can see that a solar panel takes 15 electronic circuits. The theoretical throughput of a yellow-sided, one side of a yellow belt is like 8 items or something. So there is no way that you're going to cram enough on the belt for it to actually work. Now this is currently, what is it doing? Okay, rightio. Let's fix this. So right now it's on a smart system. Yawner's trying to set it up so that it doesn't overproduce, and that's good. There's only one thing, right? So this is all set to work until there's less than 50 of them. Okay, so right now we've got 11. We can tell that by hovering over the power pole that they're all connected to. You can see the signal is currently 11 under green. So the only thing is, though, that when it gets to 50, yes, this will stop working, but so will this, which leads to the situation where you can actually have solar panels just sitting around on the belt, and that, I think, is undesirable. So if you throw a fast inserter in there, no matter what they put out on the belt, it'll always get put in. Okay? The other benefit is there is a slight power saving. You see that the fast inserter's got 32 kilowatts. The smart inserter's got 44. In fact, what you could do is you could just use a normal inserter, because these things won't be coming out that fast. You can see how long it takes for them to build. So keep that in mind. Keep that thought in your brain when you are building these things. Now, what I like to do is I like to have the green circuits coming in on a double-sided belt. That way you can get enough throughput that it doesn't end up that only the first one's actually working. Now, just quickly, okay, we don't have enough power either, which is issue. Now, here we've got a similar thing set up, except we're set up for 20. So let's replace it with another normal inserter, and there we go. You don't need a smart inserter on that box for it to work the way that it's intended. You know, it'll all work very nicely. Now, here we have another boo-boo. This is not good. You can see that we've got copper cable and iron plate on the same belt, and they're feeding green circuit makers. So, if you don't know why that's bad, you haven't been watching me for very long. I rage against this in what seems like every episode. It's just a bad idea because you cannot get the throughput that you need. You cannot get the throughput that you need. There's just no way, no how that you can get enough items past the factory quickly enough. So what I'll do is I'll just change this over quickly. I suspect this was how it was at some point, and then it's been changed and or was being built and hasn't been fully implemented. Now this needs to be a something like that. Rightio. Now something else we'll do a little bit of funny games here. Now what we'll do is we'll just sneak in a compressionless turn. A compression lossless turn, rather. There we go. So that's just going to get the resources through a little bit faster. You can see that this thing is really no good. It's really, really not cutting the mustard for us. So let's, what we need to do, okay, is we need to, we can see only these first two are working. So before you rage at me for deleting that other one, just keep that in mind. Now, what we'll do is, oh, that's fuel line for that. That's a bugger. Okay, I'll tell you what, right? I'll tell you what. We'll do this like this. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I just want to make sure that that thing is maxed out. And when I say maxed out, I mean like maxed out. So we'll get the raw resources in. Okay. Now, generally, you only need 1 in, 2 out. Well, thereabouts. You definitely need more than 1 out, though. Of that much I know. Okay, this is all ugly as sin. We'll straighten that out. So you can see here how the compression differs from side to side. We've got the same amount of shit going on. It's just the belts that are affecting how much is actually getting through. Now if we come up here, we can see that we're jamming those copper cables further down the line, which means that more of these factories are actually working when we look at them. That's exactly what we're after. Now, we can see that we've got green. Okay. Alright, fair enough. So, yeah, alright. Now I understand. So green inserters are coming all the way down here to be fed into the blue science, which that's impressive, you know. I doubt I could have routed those belts through all of that. That's crazy. Now, there's something going on here. Aha. A copper cable is it. So for some reason, the copper cable line has been broken, and I suspect it was me. So, there it is. So here is where it was broken. Now, that means that down here somewhere, I suspect something has been... Oh, okay. Perhaps not. So, right. What we need to do, okay, is get it onto one side of a belt. Either that, or create the space to do a T-junction. You can see that we're really pressed for room in here. At the moment, there's not really any space whatsoever to talk of, and that just means that our choices are somewhat limited. Now, to get this to work, see, even a bit of hacks won't even sort that out. So, bugger. That's extremely not good. I would say it's not good. Okay, let's just have a look here, because this is all a mess. Now, trying to run these things off the same copper cable producers is a bad move. And, well, alright, here's one solution. Here's one solution, it's ugly. Oh, shoot me now. Whatever. Okay. That is horrible. But, you know, given the space constraints, I'm not sure what else could be done there. So we'll run with that for the moment. And you guys can send me hate mail as much as you want for that one, because that is not advisable. Not in the slightest way advisable. Nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need one more. Get the right ratio. Everyone loves the ratios. Oh, there we go. Done. Now, a little bit more iron and we could make some more of those. Now what I want to do is offload a lot of this plastic. Well, I'm not even going to be able to offload that much, because I have too much of it on board. So, what we'll do is just introduce a bit of a different approach here. Oh yeah, let there be plastic. Now, what I'll do is, once I see what side it comes out on, so we've got this here. It needs to be rebalanced. So what we'll do is we'll rebalance it to that side, and then we'll skip it back over with a splitter. There we go. Done. And we have a spot to kindly place our excess plastic. So that's good. Everyone will be here really happy with that. Throw that in there. Oh my lord, how much sulfur do we have? Now that's all very good. I think that there's some really nice production techniques being shown here. Like, for example, this, you know, get it and place it on the same belt. Well, I didn't even spot that. What you could do, right, if you're cheeky like me, there we go. Oops. Save yourself a belt. Now, I've just flipped the direction of them, I know, but you know, that's one example of where, you know, doing things and planning things out nicely can really have a good benefit to you. Now, here's another one. You know, if you place this here and this here, you can just direct insert onto the belts, and you know, it kind of solves the problem for you. And really, that's what you should be trying to do, is just get the problem to a situation where it kind of solves itself. I think there was a Chinese proverb that man has one problem, he has no solution. Man has two problems, he has the solution already. You know, the effect being that you can take two problems, add them together, and use them to solve each other. Now, we're losing turrets here. Turrets, sorry. And it's a function of not having laser turrets. So, turrets. We need laser turrets over there to protect our walls a little bit, so that's what we'll just run with for a moment here. So I think that's pretty much the only other thing that needs fixing here. Batteries. Now, actually, hold on a minute. Laser turrets aren't even researched yet, so we'll get them going, shall we? Now, batteries come all the way up here and into the central bus, so we can use them plus the steel and the electronic circuits that are a little bit light on. Let's get them organised as well. Rightio. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to split these three off. I'm going to take them. Well, actually, I need steel, don't I? Whoops. You silly me. So, what can I do to split these here? Ah, I have an idea. What I could do, right, is I do something like this. Right, that's good. That's all fine and dandy. You know, and if you insist on putting it on one belt, there's a solution to you, or for you. Now, here, another issue. Luckily, there's going to be enough room to do it. So, I want a... Oops, I don't want one of those. Okay, there's the three things that we need for laser turrets. Laser turrets. And I think for the most part, this is a pretty easy build. Because we've got them set up now. We just need to throw down a... Ooh, could we do this a little bit better? Possibly. Okay. Let's do this a little bit better. And all I'll do is have in. I need another 2. Well, I find myself really not caring about aesthetics. Where's some belt? There's got to be some belt here somewhere. Here's some belt. You beauty. Off we go. One thing I really like is the fact that the solar power has already been thought of. Normally you don't think of solar power until you really need it. And generally it's too late by then. So the fact that Yawner's already thought about that is excellent. And what I'll do is I'll just get a smart box. Right, there's my smart box. I'll get a couple of bits of wire. Hook the box up to the thingy. So work while ever there's less than, well, let's say 50. Well, 20 is probably enough, really. So that's the defenses sorted. That's 20 minutes. Thank you very much for joining me in this episode of Factorio Fixit. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode where I play a factory. Could be your factory. If you send it in to me at rudenative@gmail.com, still looking for lots of challenges, send in a challenge, please. Please send in a challenge. I want something really hard. Something where you think that it's impossible to salvage. Something where you think the challenge is so great that there is no fixing it. That in effect, your Factorio cannot be fixed. So thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you in the next episode. See you later.